Hello and welcome back to Car Mechanic Simulator 2014, the DLC edition. The DLC edition? The 4x4 DLC edition. Ugh, out of practice. It's only been a weekend. Right, so this was the second of the most problematic invoices we've come across so far in the entire game, along with invoice 13 of this DLC. So 17 required us to just fix some stuff, was it? Yeah, you got this piece of junk, and it took a while to sort out. And this also had the problem where one of the wheel needs replacing, and if you put the new wheel anywhere else on the car other than at the proper corner where the wheel you got rid of was, then the job won't complete. So even though you've done everything else and he's given it a new wheel and all the wheels are okay, if the wheel isn't in the right place, the job won't complete. Which I think is a bug, but anyway, we've reported it on the forum, so it's up to the developer to decide if anything needs doing. Anyway, that's all in the past. Let's see who's next through the door. Alright, it's a 4x4x4. I found the person found this car in their grandpa's shed. Please make it run again so they can sell it. Repair the car, perform a test drive. Okay. Seems quite straightforward. Let's do the... we have to do a test drive anyway. I'm tempted to do that as part of my optional tests. See what's what. Oh, that's quick. Right then, so let's do this thing. As I've said before a couple of times, these tests don't... well, I mean, this is giving me some information. I don't really understand what it's showing me. But some of the parts on the car will have their quality rating will actually appear because I've done this test. So before it would just be grey when I looked at them, but now having done this test, some of the pieces will actually already have their quality on them when I look at them. So you can be able to look at bits of the suspension, it will say, oh, it's at 30% or 100% or whatever. Whereas before it would have been grey. So... there we go, this is fairly quick. The longest part about this test is actually the loading, going back in, but I'm going to edit that out, so you don't have to worry about that. Haha! Hey, see, that was actually quite quick, wasn't it? Whereas for me, 30 seconds, or, almost a minute of just looking at the black screen. Right, so let's do the test drive now, so I think it should count either way, but if we do it beforehand, it's helping. Helping in the same way that it's delivering some information on some of the parts of the car. Whoa, oh my word. Yes, I've not really done this test drive before much on the 4x4. They've had all this sort of mud everywhere, which makes it quite lumpy. Alright, down to the brake zone. I've broken it already. I missed the braking zone. Welcome to the braking zone. Get ready. It's a little paraphrasing of an old arcade game. Whoop. Oh my word. I almost rolled it. Ooh, spin. Okay. This is the last one. So now I have to go down the whoop-de-woos, which have added gloop from the mud. That's the noise it make. I don't know what I'm talking about. Brake. Oh yeah. Alright, so we're back from our test drive. Now, let's see what needs doing on this, what was it? Find. It was like a garage find from Forza Horizon. A shed find. Alright, so I have to make it run. Okie dokie. Well, let's have a look at examine conditions. Oh, I was kind of hoping more things would be... okay, that's knackered. More things would be obviously... oh, that's orange. Oh, everything's orange. Oh, wow, even the air filter cover's orange. No, literally everything is orange. I don't know, I was kind of under the vague impression that orange stuff had to be replaced. But I'm going to go right ahead and say that I don't think I can afford to... oh, that's broken. I don't think I can afford to replace everything. No, can't examine the quality of those, because, you know, don't get this examine conditions thing, it's really confusing. So, the starter motor needed to take, that's red. Red definitely needs to be checked, so maybe it's just red things need changing. So all this time I've been changing orange things, perhaps for no reason? I don't know. I just don't know. Well, I can't tell what the quality of that is, so let's... Can't imagine air filters surely need replacing after they've been sat in a shed for all that time. 42. So I wonder what red percentage starts at. So orange seems to start at 50% and go down to, I don't know, 20% perhaps? Well, the air filter definitely needs changing, so that's good. Oh, we should check the sparkles. Mr. Sparkle! Unknown, that's handy. 13%. Yeah, okay, so the spark plugs need changing. Although, historically, there's only ever needed 3 changing on these cars. I don't know, they're all knackered, all 3 of them. It's always found a bit odd. I mean, yes, it seems to be that all on one side were broken that time, but usually it seems to mix and match. I don't know. I don't know enough about engines to... It just seems weird to me. You'd think they'd all be worn at roughly the same rate. 13%. It's a bit of a pattern here. Oh, 43%. So I assume that means that's orange. What about 37%? Oh, it's hard to say. Well, let's try putting them back in and see. So these are orange. I can't be finishing a sentence. I can't surely be swapping all the orange stuff out, because that seems to be the entirety of the vehicle. Yeah. Well, I guess I'll start by replacing the stuff that's actually red and go from there, I suppose. Right, so whilst it's on the ground, I need to check the front of the engine here, these bits. So let's see how much quality thing can help. Yeah, not at all, so I can't click straight. Whoops! Okay, so that's the water meter, I think. Yeah. These are all orange, which I'm assuming is okay for now. You're joking, I can't tell the quality of the alternator. Really? That is somewhat frustrating. Oh, I mean... Yeah, there we go, right. Alright, let's unbolt it and have a closer look then. 31%, so is that red? No. Right, so that's orange, so we're putting that back on for now. Alright, what about the starter motor? Oh, I took that off already. Yeah. Okay, so that's the front of the engine examined. So, the belt was okay. What else needed changing? Oh, there's some spark plugs, wasn't there? Okay, so there were 2 that were good, so that means I need 4 spark plugs. 4 of Mr. Sparkles. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, can I fix... What was it? The starter motor, wasn't it? Oh, I can. Awesome. Yes. And the battery. Yes. I don't believe the suspension rear arms anything to do with this. I haven't touched the suspension yet. So yet again I failed to clean out my inventory before we started. Never mind. I suppose the clutch might need some work. Well, let me just put it back on for now anyway, it doesn't take long to take off. Okay, so, and then we can put back on the... Oh, did I not remove the water pump? Oh. Wow, that's odd. So I need to, I just examined it, I thought to take it out. How queer. Yes. And then we can get the water pump. So I might be able to fix this on the bench as well. Alright. Come on, Vice, with the advice. Advice from the Vice. Yeah, water pump. Woo. Moonwalk back to the Jeep. Water pump, not the starter motor. I have fixed... oh no, I put that back on already. It's like having no memory. Right, so pull this back together. Crappy old bit of that. Grungy old bit of this. Sticky old bit of that. Click in the right place twice, for God's sake. There we go. Oh, and the spark plugs. Flip's sake. Right, okay, here we go. Spark plug. And your wires, they were okay. Oh, I didn't check the starter, the ignition mod. I should do that. So, can I examine it? No. Probably not. I've taken it off now anyway. 42%, that's fine. Right, whack it all back on. So I'll take it off, look at it, and go, yeah, it's fine. Spin round to the side of the engine. And deposit some more of these little plugs. So then we put in some of the used ones. 43. Give it a bit of a wire brush just to clean them up. Yeah, of course I am. And check the module on this side. 36, but I'm not sure. I think that's okay. Yes. Alright, and the wires. So that's the engine checked. Oh, I haven't checked the oil filter, of course. The cap is okay. The filter. Oh, the filter's okay too. Okay. Okay, so that's that all done. Oh, let's just check the oil out of interest. Does it need oil? Yeah. I think it probably does. Okay, so it's not the cleanest of oil, but it's at least got oil in it. Okay, so I haven't checked the gearbox, so what else do we need to look at? Let's have a look. Examine conditions. Anything else obviously red? No. Oh, the brakes might be a bit crappy. I should look at the brakes. And the exhaust's hard to check. Probably have to put it up in the air to look at the exhaust. About there. No, I can't check those either. Okay, so let's stick it in the air and have a look at some of the bits we can look at. Oh, we can look at the brakes, I remember. See what condition those conditions were in. So we're going with orange is fine. So orange, brake disc. Let me look at the brake. Oh dear, brake pad, please. 39 and 44. Okay, so they're all okay. And these bits, yeah, I could probably do this easier just by doing that. Yeah. Oh, I can see the brake pads are orange. Look. All right. And the rear wheel. Yep. Come on. There we go. And examine conditions. It's all orange, orange bush. Oh, I shouldn't laugh, but you know, it's funny. And other rear wheel. Okay. I haven't checked the wheels when I took them off either. 30%, that's fine. Show conditions, orangey orange, 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 everything's orange. Alright, final wheel. Oh, we know this one's 40% looking ready. From something that we've already done. Good. So, brake pads are orange, orange, everything's orange. Alright. Okay, I guess we might need to take the suspension off or something later, so let's just leave the wheels off whilst we examine the underneath. Underneath? Yes. Underneath. Sounds like something out of a Tolkien film, book, film, whatever. Whatever. Right, so let's examine the conditions of these things. Seems good so far. Rear drive shaft, yes. Exhaust, yes. That's right, let's clamber down the other side of the car like a monkey. Oh, fuel filter requires some work. Can't tell, apparently, the quality of the fuel pump, so let's whip that out. Apparently I'm in the... Oh, I was in the right mode. What's the problem? I'm just clicking badly. Oh, dearie me. Okay, and that was at 10%, so that needed changing. So those both needed changing. Let's do that whilst I'm thinking about it. Fuel filter and fuel pipe. I presume these can't be fixed. I assume correctly. So a fuel, well, both the fuel things, I have to remember what they are. Fuel A and fuel B. Here we go. Fuel A, fuel B. Let's go and insert those in the car. So usually you have to click on the front part of the car to deal with the front, and if you want to go down the back, you have to come out and go in the back. So it's quite intriguing. It's not intriguing at all. It's sort of faintly interesting that you can kind of clamber down the inside of the car and deal with the back. Presumably you can do the same. So now that I've come in at the back of the car, once I put these in, if I wanted to go back down the front, I can just click on bits and sort of clamber down to the front of the car. Yeah. So now I can look at the exhaust manifold perhaps and guess it's... Oh, I already know it's orange. Alright, cool. So I've replaced a few bits. The only thing I haven't really looked at is the clutch. Can I... I've tried cheaty looking at clutches before and it didn't really pay off. No, I'm not really going inside, am I? Or am I too far forward, I think, actually. So, the idea is that instead of having to take the clutch off, that you can position yourself in such a way that you can slide your head through the clutch. And thus get an opportunity to see its qualities. I'm not really doing very well here, though. Flip it. Right, okay. I'm going to see if that's good enough. Oh, I've taken it for a test drive and I've replaced the bits. Let's see what the ticks say. My word, the ticks have it. Okay, let's put this car back together again then. So it needs its wheels. I think that's all I've got off of it at the moment. So, whack on some wheels and customer's ready to go. I've always replaced the orange parts before, so it feels a little bit strange. And at first I thought I'd be replacing everything on the car. I thought it was going to be one of those sort of jobs. You know, as it's getting towards the end of the DLC, there might be one of those sort of really big jobs. I suppose that the clue was that they're only giving us £5 grand, so you can't replace the entire set of components for £5 grand. It's going to cost way more than that. Even fixing them would cost more than that, I think. You know, because some of these parts are quite expensive. Anyway, job done anyway, so no need to worry about it. Does it say all parts removed? No. Let's have a quick check in the inventory then. What have we got left? All these bits from different vehicles. Oh, the air filters. I remember. Yes, look, there's a big hole where the air filter should be. Oh, actually, I actually need to buy one. That'll be why I haven't put it back in. Or at least one good reason. Right, so up at the top is just a filter. Right, so air filter. Does any of this need replacing? No, it's nice and orange. Okay, the airflow meter was fine. Of course, the air tube hose thing always looks knackered, but that's fine. Look at the state of that. Is that all parts removed? Oh, no more parts to assemble, that's what I'm talking about. Alright, so that wasn't as big a job as I immediately thought. Relatively easy job. I'm leaving some orange stuff behind, so a bit different. Thank you very much for watching this with me, and come back next time for invoice 19, which is the last one. So given that in the full game the last invoice wasn't actually an invoice, it was just a gift. This could be the last one, but we won't know. We won't know until that video, so come back and find out. The excitement is almost palpable. I did say almost.